Jonathan, I don't know if you're a baseball fan, but that was like pitching a shutout today. Is that game wore on? And I know you never think a lead is safe as a coach, but I mean, you guys did exactly what you were wanting to do defensively, I think.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, the girls, they knew the game plan, and they executed it. We felt like if we held them to one shot, we had a great chance of winning the game. And the first half, whenever we had the lead in rebounds, I started feeling pretty good about it because they had balled in. Blackman's really athletic. They got a lot of size, but these girls, they have a lot of heart, and they showed it in the way they played and defended. And they don't. If it's ugly, it's ugly. They just want to win. So I'm proud of them for that, and that makes it fun to coach.
But you could see Blackman thinking on the court, if that makes any sense. I mean, trying to find out a way to get the ball inside and score. And at that point, do you know you got them in where you want them?
Well, I don't know that I would know it, but I did see that a lot of their stuff that they ran against other teams and other zones and stuff, that they were trying to run a lot of overloads and things like that, and the girls were doing a good job of matching up with them as they brought extra players to the ball side. So I felt pretty good about it, and we wanted to stay in the gaps and protect the paint, and I felt like for the most part, especially after about 3 minutes on, we really did that.
Coach, it seemed like in the second half, it got later on as you kind of slowed the game down a little bit. It seems like that was your best offense. You seemed to keep finding someone wide open. Just talk a little bit about that. Were you trying to bleed the clock? Because it was definitely resulting in some baskets.
Well, I told them going into the fourth quarter that we're not letting the air out of the ball. We're still trying to score. We just want to play smart. And then they took it from there. So that was all them. It was just we wanted to play smart basketball. Wanted to get in there and move the ball. Try to get them to take some chances so that we could open up some baskets. Because early on we struggled to get them to fall. In the first half we had a lot more shots than they did. We weren't making the shots. But it wasn't our intention to keep the game as low a score on our end as it happened to be. But we'll take it.
The football team definitely had some higher final scores.
Sometimes, yeah.
Kaliyah, you took some key three-pointers there in the fourth quarter. As Coach said, y'all didn't want to take the air out of the ball. How confident do you have to be in that moment to take those shots?
It just comes with a lot of practice, getting a lot of reps before, during, and after practice. That's how you build confidence, by seeing them go in and working overtime.
Maggie, you had a huge three-point play. I saw you kind of laughing that the shot went in. Just take me through that moment, and it was a huge shot.
Well, I just saw her coming at me, and I knew she was going to run through me, so I was like, might as well get a foul, and it went in, and I was like, ooh. It shocked me that it went in. But
Coach, I know one of your big points was transition, limiting their transition points. I think they only had 6. Just what does that mean to limit their transition points, and how much do you think that was a factor?
Well, it was huge. Early on, Coach Burden pointed out that 12's best game is whenever she gets the ball and gets out in transition, and she showed it in the first quarter. She got out and she got an easy bucket on us. So after that, I think we gave up one more in the first half and then one in the second half. So we'll take 6 points for 32 minutes transition.
Coach, you have one senior on the team, is that right? She's injured now. Both these two are juniors, so you really, your entire team, you'll have next year. And I don't know how many times I've heard somebody say this year that they're a year away. What you're in the state title game. What do you have to say to those that will say that?
Well, I mean, we don't ever look at it as a year away. These girls, they don't practice like it's a year away. They set goals at the beginning of the year to win the district, to win the region, and then to win the sectional game and get down here. And nobody said that we were coming down here just to be one and done. We came down here with a mindset that we wanted to be in the game on Saturday, and hats off to them. They're a great group of kids. They fun to coach, and it's really special. This group of kids, really special.
Back in the state title game for the first time since 2002. These girls weren't even born then. I mean, that this community is so rich in all sports. What do you think this means, not only just to this team, but to Sevier County High School?
I think it's huge for our program. There's, like you said, there was a great foundation. Historically, it was probably, one of the better basketball programs going back to when I was born through the early 90s, and even before that, if you look in the banners, there's in the 60s and 50s. It's girls basketball in Sevier County has been big for a long time. So it's really nice to see this group get us back to get to play for a state championship.
Maggie, does that mean anything to you all that it's been a while since this program's been here, and do you kind of have an idea of what kind of history it would be to win?
Yeah, I definitely think it's amazing that we are able to come back, especially because we were not even born, thought of, or anything the last time we were. Sevier County made it to the championship game, so I think it's very special that we get to make it back.
Coach, I heard you kind of mention this maybe a little bit when I came in, but I know you you wanted this game maybe be a little higher scoring for you guys, but do you take any sense of pride in the fact that what y'all are kind of able to do is really make the other team play bad, and make it kind of muddy a little bit?
We say that offense comes and goes. We've had games where we've really shot the ball well and we put it in the 70s. But we're really proud of the fact that defensively we're pretty consistent, and going through the year and stuff. And defense, defense wins games, and rebounding wins championships, and we believe that. So it travels with you no matter where you're at. You can always play good defense and give the effort, have the attitude that you're going to out-rebound an opponent, and that's what these girls have proven this trip.
The Film Room is presented by SmartBank. Play smart, bank smart. SmartBank. For more information, visit smartbank.com.